Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ, and if you enjoyed the 5-ball TECHS video, we're going to do something similar here today, except with Mercy. And who better than Niandra?
Hey there, my name's Niandra. I am a Mercy YouTuber that uses doodles to make light-hearted guides and VOD reviews. I also dabble in programming, and you can find my superjump trainer in KarQ's workshop video, which we'll also use here as well.
This video is a mixed bag of both simple and complicated techs because of all their variations, but we'll start with the basics with number 1, the Guardian Angel Slingshot.
The first tech is going to be the basic Guardian Angel Slingshot. You'll learn this simple combo in your first day of Mercy School, whereby if you press jump during Guardian Angel, you'll get some extra momentum. Although very useful, it's quite linear and predictable on the surface. To get a little more advanced with the slingshot, you should add lateral movement, by first using GA normally, pressing jump to slingshot, then holding left or right. This will allow you to maneuver behind walls and cover. When performing the lateral GA slingshot, you'll only be able to turn so much, maybe 45 degrees at best on a little bit of a curve. To make tighter turns, you can deliberately brush the side of your hitbox on a wall or object during Guardian Angel. When you make contact, press jump to slingshot and turn towards the direction you want to go in so you bounce off. So for example, if I want to beam the soldier but break line of sight on enemies, I GA, hit the pillar, jump to slingshot, turn towards this corner here for a cheeky reposition. Additionally, you can use this basic slingshot to achieve a budget super jump effect without the use of crouch, which we'll get into later. A teammate that is above you even slightly can be a great way onto moderate high ground. If the ally is level with you, you can achieve a smaller version by getting real close, looking above them, then quickly using GA and jump. Since the cooldown for Guardian Angel is so short and its movement somewhat predictable, it's really important to get comfortable with all these little variations for more control over movement.
Once you've got the basic slingshot down along with some of the advanced tactics, the next tech we're going to talk about is the super jump and all its variations.
To perform a super jump, simply press crouch and Guardian Angel towards an ally. When you're roughly 4 meters away from your target, which is the size of this blue circle, press jump and Mercy will hastily launch into the air. The most important aspect here is the timing. To break it down, Mercy will travel linearly, and once she hits that 4 meter mark, stop moving horizontally. She'll then begin to ascend before dipping down. In first person, the ascend is so quick that it's a bit hard to notice at first, but the dip afterwards is easier to feel. See the screen shaking there? To reach the maximum height, you need to jump pretty late into the ascend, almost as if you've paused to do so. This type of super jump is super useful to reach high ground if you don't already have an ally to fly up to. As useful as it is, there are some downsides, and super jump should be used to position, not as positioning, since enemy hit scans will be eager to pick you out of the air. Also, don't worry if you jump slightly early because you'll still get some verticality, just maybe not enough to reach the highest areas. In fact, you can super jump to a varying degree. This is easy to understand if we break the ascend window into stages with the max height super jump as stage 4. By starting your jump earlier in the ascend, you can do a stage 3 jump, stage 2 jump, and stage 1 jump. In reality, it's more of a gradient than actual breakpoints, so you can easily find different heights between these. Being aware of these stages opens up another tech, the super jump res. This allows you to keep motion and propel upwards while reviving, which can make you less of a sitting duck. The timing is earlier than you would usually use for a super jump. If you're as late as stage 4, Mercy goes too high and cancels the res, while if she's too early at stage 1, she barely leaves the floor. The sweet spot for a super jump res falls roughly between stage 2 or 3. Learning the timing of various stages just kinda comes down to practice, like there's no real secret to it. I really recommend my workshop trainer where you can toggle slow motion to fully see the window. Now that you understand how the super jump works, let's briefly look at some variations. The groundless Guardian Angel. For this one, you want to start above your target and drop down. As you almost approach the floor, pressing Guardian Angel and then jump will allow you to fling back up. The super jump during Valkyrie. As the name suggests, it's the same concept, but Mercy's ultimate is active. To do this, you must be level and close to your target, then simply press Guardian Angel and jump at the same time. Last of all, you can super jump off objects. Mercy can sometimes get stuck on props during her crouch Guardian Angel path that she otherwise wouldn't. When this happens, you can launch yourself prematurely into the air by pressing jump. You can even do this off enemies, as Serenity now demonstrates here.
One, six.
Now that was one of the best in-game examples of actually using one of these Mercy techs to your advantage. The next one we're going to talk about is actually rather simple, and it's just hitbox manipulation.
Mercy's wings are part of her hitbox, and they expand when using Angelic Descent. However, Mercy can keep them closed if she taps Angelic Descent instead of holding the button down. The speed at which you descend isn't really affected, but your chances of being hit are slightly reduced. It is kind of annoying to mash your jump button, so one recommendation for PC players, sorry console, is add jump to your mouse wheel as a secondary binding.
Moving on to tech number 4, this actually might just be a bug, but let's face it, most techs in Overwatch are likely bugs that just haven't been fixed yet. This one's about her Valkyrie beam.
Outside of Valkyrie, Mercy heals for 55 per second, which increases to 60 during ult. If Mercy's initial beam target is getting healed as Valkyrie ends, they will continue to get 60 healing per second until Mercy switches beam modes, target, or breaks the beam. Mercy generally wants to focus on damage boost during Valkyrie, and if her team has won the fight, she should wait until ult is over to start healing so she actually gets ult charge. This tech is really useful with that in regards to your tanks.
Big shout out to Cactus Puppy and Grandeur Hammers for this workshop with the code up here, MW12P. The healing average keeps changing dynamically, but you can see it's hovering around 60 when in Valk and continues after Valk ends. But if I detach the beam and reattach, the average is slowly going down to 59, 58, and slowly working its way back to 55 the longer I hold it. Now let's move on to the last tech Niandra is going to cover. This is the backwards Guardian Angel.
A backwards or reverse GA is, and you'll never fucking believe this, when you propel backwards instead of forwards. When you initiate Guardian Angel at the closest distance you can to your target, you'll get a little stutter or shake. To backwards Guardian Angel, you need to jump, activate GA at that minimum distance, then press jump again as the stutter starts. The game thinks you want to fly forward, but the stutter just flings you back instead. The timing and distance needs to be very precise, which is why most people just do it on accident. Although it's super inconsistent, you can pull off some really clean jukes against certain heroes if you manage to master this.
The keywords here are if you master it, and this backwards GA is not easy to consistently pull off, trust me. I had to sit here and try to film footage for this for a while. One little tip is to not hold S or down while doing it, because I noticed I was inadvertently pressing that direction while trying to fling backwards. In any case, thank you so much Niandra for joining us on the channel to teach everyone some Mercy tech, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for having me, KarQ. You can find me on YouTube as Niandra and my recently partnered Discord server at discord.gg/Niandra. Also, please comment on this video which one of Mercy's toes is your favourite.